You did everything right. You didn't rush the purchase. You researched. You watched the reviews. You walked into that dealership and bought a truck that was supposed to be bulletproof, a 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with a 10-speed transmission engineered for modern performance. And then it happens. Not at 100,000 miles, not after years of abuse. At 5,000 miles, maybe 12,000, maybe like you, 29,000 miles. The truck drops out of gear. It jerks. It goes into limp mode. You bring it in. The service advisor gives you the same line thousands of owners are now hearing. It's the valve body, and it's on back order. No timeline, no parts, no real answers, just a loaner truck. And your payment is still due. This isn't bad luck. This is a pattern. Clay bought his Silverado for the same reasons most people do. Work, family, the promise of reliability. Less than a year in, his truck sat idle in the dealership lot, waiting on a part no one could guarantee. The first time the transmission failed, Clay chalked it up to bad luck. The second time it left him stranded on a job site with clients waiting. The third time it was clear the problem ran deeper than any single repair. Each visit meant another round of paperwork, another rental, another call explaining why he could not make it. Clay's trust in the truck and in the company that built it wore down with every unanswered question, and every month the loan payment still came due. What started as pride in a new purchase turned into frustration, disappointment, and a sense of being left behind by the brand he counted on. A 2025 Silverado owner reported losing all forward gears at just 300 miles, barely a week after driving off the lot. His case isn't unique. In the latest NHTSA complaint data, 22% of valve body-related failures in 2024. Silverado 1500s occurred before 5,000 miles. The median failure occurs at 9,600 miles, well before the first major service. Out of 250,000 trucks built, nearly 1,200 complaints have been logged, giving the 2024 Silverado a rate of 4.8 failures per 1,000 vehicles, more than double the industry average for new transmissions. These aren't stories from hard-used work trucks with six-figure odometers. They're happening to brand-new pickups, often in the first months of ownership, and the numbers keep climbing. On the bench, a torn-down 10-speed transmission reveals the story in metal and fluid. The valve body, internal seals show clear signs of premature wear, edges frayed, rubber pitted, and a faint trace of metallic dust clinging to the channels. In several units, the seals do not even match the original spec, raising questions about consistency in the manufacturing process. Next-gen techs point to tiny flecks of aluminum and steel, evidence of contamination that should not be present in a modern assembly. These particles grind against the feed limit valves, scarring surfaces and throwing off hydraulic balance. When owners complain of harsh shifts or sudden limp mode, this is the root cause, physical breakdown, not just a software glitch. With a 96% first-time fix rate after installing the updated valve body, the mechanical failure becomes undeniable and the need for full replacement is clear. On June 5th, a longtime GM engineer sent an email to federal regulators outlining what he called a systemic flaw in the 10-speed transmission's valve body. 6 weeks later, on July 16th, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration opened a formal defect investigation referencing hundreds of early failures. By September 17th, NHTSA's analysis had cataloged 1,888 field reports, each one a documented case of premature valve body wear or total transmission loss. The agency announced a recall on October 17th, citing the valve body as the confirmed culprit. The whistleblower timeline, once dismissed as rumor, had now forced an official response. What began as scattered complaints had become a national safety campaign, with every new report adding weight to the case. Dealerships across the Midwest and Southeast are staring at empty shelves and a digital parts portal that simply displays unavailable supplier backorder. Service managers check the system daily, only to find no estimated arrival date and no way to predict when the next shipment will come in. The Warren, Michigan Distribution Center reports just over 3,000 valve bodies in stock, most already tagged for recall replacements, not warranty repairs. In Louisville, only a fraction of that inventory remains, while the West Coast hub sits at 0. Some dealers have waited 12 weeks or longer with trucks piling up in their lots, customers calling for updates, and no clear answers from General Motors. The frustration is raw. A single faulty batch in Germany, a fire at a polymer supplier in Poland, and a labor shortage in Romania have all collided to create a wait that stretches from weeks into months. For owners, every day on back order is another day without the truck they are still paying for. Owners facing the valve body dilemma have carved out a playbook that turns frustration into leverage. The first move is to run a VIN check on the NHTSA recall site. One click can reveal if a truck is flagged for the valve body defect, and that confirmation locks in eligibility for a free repair or buyback. Next comes documentation. Every shutter, every service visit, every code thrown needs to be logged and backed by a printed service order. This paper trail is the foundation for any legal or warranty claim. If repairs drag on or the truck spends more than 30 days in the shop, state lemon laws come into play. Most require just 3 failed attempts to fix the same fault or a single unresolved safety issue to trigger buyback rights. Federal warranty law adds another layer, giving owners the right to demand a replacement or a refund if the defect cannot be fixed in a reasonable time. The final move is escalation, filing a complaint with NHTSA or contacting a consumer attorney. Each step gives owners more control, but the real question lingers: how many more miles before trust in the badge runs out? Right now, hundreds of trucks sit idle. Owners are waiting and answers are unclear. When reliability falters, trust is the first casualty. The road ahead depends on how automakers respond today. Share your story below.